Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video where we're exploring 5 of my favourite crystals for the sign of Virgo. Now when we're exploring Virgo, I like to explore 2 different aspects. The first aspect is those that are born under the sign of Virgo, or maybe have a dominant Virgo energy in their astrological chart. The other aspect of Virgo I like to look at is I like to look at the aspect of life that Virgo governs, such as when we have a full moon or a planet in that sign. That aspect is our physical health and well-being. And as we know, when we don't have our physical health and well-being, well, we can't really enjoy the other aspects of life very well at all. So in this video, we're going to dive in and look at 5 different crystals that I find correspond and work really well when working with these Virgo aspects. When we're working with crystals to do with healing and physical well-being, we really need to look at what type of energy we need to bring into our body. By the time something has manifested physically, it's a bit too late just for crystals, but crystals can also be really complementary to anything else that you're doing to help bring the balance back into the body and also to stop things reoccurring. As we know, when we have thoughts and emotions and they are repetitive within our lives, this can end up manifesting in the physical. As we know, crystals have a balancing energy about them, so we want to look when we're not feeling well. Do we need more yang energy or do we need more yin energy? So what do I mean by that? Well, let's imagine that we're feeling exhausted, depleted, overrun. Maybe we're dealing with a cold or a flu or something like that. And we need to give our body a bit of a boost. And we need a bit of a yang energy. This is where Bloodstone can be absolutely amazing. And I love to use this whenever the body needs a bit of a lift. So this really helps to fire up the body, and it's really great for the cardiovascular system, for the immune system, and for getting things circulating around your body and that energy flowing around your body as well, so that your body can return itself to its natural harmony and balance. So whenever you're feeling exhausted, depleted, and kind of weakened, then definitely reach for your Bloodstone. And this is a great one for firing up the body and helping you get back to the balance and back to your optimum self and optimum well-being, optimum, vibrancy, and just being at your absolute best again. So sometimes the body is actually kind of overflared. Maybe there's an irritation, maybe there's an allergic reaction, or there's an inflammation, which is a common cause of a lot of sickness around the world. What we don't want here is you don't want a fiery crystal like Bloodstone, you want something more soothing. And this is where I reach for Amazonite. Amazonite has a very gentle or very yin energy. And I don't really think of this as being weaker than Bloodstone, it just has a different approach. Just like the sun and the moon are magical in different ways, whereas Bloodstone has that real power and tenacity to it, Amazonite helps us to find the power in the quietness, in the stillness, in soothing our body. Now, when I think of Amazonite, I always think of an experience I had when I used to work in a crystal shop. You see, I had a lady come in and go, "Hi, I'd like to buy some Bloodstone jewelry." I was like, "Yeah, sure. Do you mind if I'm a little bit nosy and ask why you particularly wanted Bloodstone?" She goes, "Well, I hear it's a really great healing crystal." I was like, "Exactly, it is. Can I ask what you're having troubles with?" She said, "I'm just on day release from the hospital at the moment, and I've got this challenge where my immune system is attacking itself." So obviously the body is already fired up, and as I mentioned before, Bloodstone's going to fire up it a little bit more. So I had a bit of a chat to her, and what she ended up doing is she decided to switch and get some beautiful Amazonite jewelry instead. So if you are feeling that your body is flared up, that there's inflammation, that there's an allergic reaction, that you're overwhelmed from stress, and you need some soothing in order to come back to balance, harmony, and your optimum well-being, then definitely work with your Amazonite. Now, as I said before, Virgo is the governed sign or the governing sign of health and well-being. Not only that aspect of our lives, but did you know Virgos are the healers of the zodiac, and they have an innate healing ability quite often. Now, when we look at Virgos, sometimes they get a bit of, a bad reputation because they tend to, be a little bit OCD, perfectionists and all that type of thing. Remember that the natural state and order of the universe is one of balance, in trying to get things back into harmony. And that's basically what Virgo is trying to do. Now, sometimes in their effort to make everything perfect and balanced and harmonious for everyone, they forget to ask how other people feel or what the needs of other people are. And that can come across a little bit as, manipulative or overbearing, or just calm the farm down. They also have that challenge of being ruled by Mercury, but being an earth sign. So they're trying to think about how to make everything great and then ground that into the earth. Geminis, like myself, are also ruled by Mercury, but we're also an air sign, so we're quite happy to float about and come up with different ideas and talk about them. But sometimes it can be a struggle to bring it into reality, and that's where Virgos can, when they're balanced, have their superpower. So both Bloodstone and Amazonite can be really great tools for the Virgo to help them when they're getting a little bit stressed or overwrought or out of control, or when they're trying to help others in bringing their life back to their optimum and helping them find health and well-being. Bloodstone and Amazonite are absolutely beneficial as that yang in Bloodstone and that yin in Amazonite. Humans tend to be hoarders, and we're always trying to get more and more stuff into our lives. And with the lives that we live this day, we're exposing our body to a whole bunch of toxins and rubbish and different things. Sometimes we just need to detox our body and detox our life. And the crystal that really helps us to do that is Prehnite. Prehnite is all about decluttering, about simplifying, about getting back to basics and really focusing on what's really important. This can be a really great crystal for absolutely anyone who feels that they're overwhelmed and have too much on, or that have having problems in their physicality where their body is overworked or overwhelmed and not able to function at its normality. The body has an innate knowledge on how it should run and how it needs to heal itself. And all we need to do is allow it to be in an environment where it can do that. Using Prehnite, realizing how we can clear out our body and clear out our space can be really beneficial in helping you to come back to natural healing. Look around your home. Often the state of your home is the state of your mind and the state of your life. By decluttering it, by simplifying it, you'll find that quite easily everything comes back into harmony. Again, for those Virgos that tend to be thinking too much and maybe get riddled with anxious thoughts and kind of overwhelmed, well, just need to calm the farm down. Just need to settle things and simplify things. And Prehnite can allow you to do that. As you do that, it'll allow new, profound discoveries to come up. New ways of healing, new ways of well-being, new ways of finding balance and finding, happiness and joy, contentment and peace in your life. So, if there's too much happening in your body, in your surroundings, or in your life, or just in your little noggin up here, start working with Prehnite and simplify and declutter your life. Whenever I'm talking about Virgos, I can't go past good old fluorite. Now, fluorite actually grows in perfect squares, and this is why when you see these lines, that's the crystal trying to grow in that perfect square shape. Any crystal that grows in squares or in cubes is about getting order and structure, and that's exactly what Virgos are trying to do. They're trying to get everything organized, in structure, and perfect, so that we can have perfect harmony, balance, peace, and healing. This crystal is really great for anyone who finds themselves scattered, overwhelmed, and disorganized. Having fluorite around you can really help you to get your life in order, to prioritize, to schedule, and get control of your life. It's a really great one when you're trying to study, to get that mind in order and to try and categorize and understand all the information that you're trying to get in your head. This is also one of my favorite crystals that I like to recommend for pain. Now, if you're experiencing severe pain, I would probably recommend talking to a health professional for other ways and maybe working with the plant kingdom or other techniques that can help you alleviate that pain. Pain is basically the body lovingly telling you that something's not right, and we just need to find out what that message is and respond to that and create the environment that the body really needs to be in. However, we can use crystals to kind of complement what we're doing. Because this helps to get the body back in order, what I like to do is, let's imagine that maybe you've got a headache. So what I would say is pop the fluorite wherever on the body. It could be a sore belly, it could be a sore ankle, wherever. Put the crystal on there and just rest for a little while. As you do that, I want you to try and pinpoint the epicenter, the cell in your body where the middle of the pain is. And I find sometimes when I do this with headaches, I might think, oh, it's around here. And then what happens is I'm focusing and trying to find that epicenter. It's like a little runner and comes around to the side, maybe to the top of your head. And what you'll find as you're focusing on that, the energy of the crystal is kind of going towards that epicenter. So you're directing it there. And you'll find after 5 to 10 minutes, the pain starts to subside or even dissipate. So give that a shot whenever you're in pain. Try working with fluorite, but remember that this is your body lovingly telling you something's not right. I need something to help me find balance again. And we've just got to find out what that is. Fluorite can help a little bit and can help to also bring inspiration or insight into what the body needs, but it can also be used as a subtle pain alleviator as well. The final crystal for Virgos is Grandidierite. Now, this is a bit of a rare crystal, but a really quite powerful one as well. Grandidierite is great in a couple of different ways. First of all, it really helps you to get your judgment right, to be able to judge situations and to be able to make correct decisions. Now, if you find that in social situations you feel a little bit anxious, or that something in maybe financially or at work or in some other aspect of your life is getting a little bit overwhelming, and that's really having consequences first in your mind, which is very common for Virgos especially, and that's starting to play out in your body and you're not sleeping well, so you're feeling tired or you're getting aches or digestive problems and that. Grandidierite can really help you to kind of get that all back in order. It allows you to trust yourself and to trust your judgment, whether it be in social situations or any other situation in life. Grandidierite works really well with the higher heart chakra. The higher heart chakra helps us to have more acceptance and compassion for other people. When we are working in that Virgo energy and trying to make everything perfect, there can be this tendency to be a little bit critical or analytical and not see the beauty and the light in other people. Grandidierite actually helps you to harmonize with the Virgo governing angel. His name is Hamaliel. Now, Hamaliel helps us to see the wonderment and the light in every individual and to love them for who they are. When you're a Virgo or when you're working with that Virgo energy, we're that healer and we're trying to make everything perfect for everyone. But sometimes we need to realize that the journey that everyone is going on is perfect just the way it is, and to love them for who they are and support them on the journey they are on rather than the journey we think they should be on. If you find that your judgment is getting the better of you and not serving you, but actually crippling either your own life, your own well-being, or your relationships with other people, then Grandidierite is going to help you to open your heart and to embrace what is and to see that maybe things are turning out exactly how they are or how they should be, even if that may not seem perfect right away. So these are my 5 different crystals that I really love to help us with healing our well-being and our physical health, but also to support those Virgos. Remember, if there's a Virgo in your life, they're not OCD. They're just trying to make everything perfect for everyone because they love. They're the healers of the zodiac. Now, I'd love to know in the comment section, if you're a Virgo, if you know a Virgo, are there any other crystals that you would recommend for the Virgos? Share below and we can all learn from each other's experiences. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.